Sometimes the universe does something completely unexpected. Something suddenly switches on, shines brightly, and then disappears again. Astronomers call these events transients, and one strange type that popped up in the scene recently has been puzzling astronomers.
A transient is any event that happens in space where something suddenly gets brighter or appears out of nowhere. We have things like pulsars that pulsate, they give off bursts of radio light every few seconds, whereas long period transients pulsate on periods of minutes to hours. But the thing is that we couldn't quite figure out whether all of these long period transients, and there's only about a dozen of them, are all kind of weird and wacky pulsars, or whether they were something else. And with this new one that we found, we were able to confirm for the first time that we have an accreting white dwarf binary system that's producing the long period transient. So when we first discovered this long period transient, we saw it repeating in the radio, and we saw the same periodicity with the optical telescope. And then we used an X-ray telescope and we saw the same periodicity there again. So this is the first time a long period transient has been seen across radio, X-ray and optical, pulsating with the same period. Data we got from optical telescopes of this system showed us that it was a binary system, and it was a binary system that was pulling material from one star to the other. The more massive white dwarf is actively pulling charged material from its low mass red dwarf companion. And when that material interacts with the magnetic field of the white dwarf, that's what's producing the radio bursts and the X-ray bursts that we see. With this one, because we know so much about it at X-ray and optical, we can take the radio properties and compare them to make inferences about the multi-wavelength properties of the other sources. But not just that, because the radio emission and the X-ray emission that we see is being produced in this really extreme environment, we can use this system as a test bed for extreme physics that we just don't have the ability to test on Earth.
The mystery has undoubtedly been solved, and the best part is that this one strange signal doesn't just explain itself, it can help us understand an entire class of mysterious objects. It's a reminder that sometimes the universe only makes sense once you look at it at every wavelength.